Hi, Peter from Planter here. This is my garden, and as you can see, the fence is in need of repair. So, today I'm gonna take out the fence, and if I have time, put in a new one. Let's get to it. So unlike a lot of people, I actually garden at a community garden plot. So you can see there's a bunch of other gardens. And I do this because my yard is surrounded by very tall oak trees and I get absolutely no good sun. I tried for a year and the tomatoes, I got like 2 tomatoes. So 1 year ago, this is next to a farm by Yukon, which is where I live. And 1 year, a tractor actually ran over the corner of my garden plot and crushed the fence. You can see there's a big hole in it. It's all rusted. Last year, the rabbits got in, nibbled off so many things: beans, peas, corn, anything that they could really get their little mouths on. So I'm gonna rip out this fence and install a new fence and actually bury some much more dense fencing to try to keep those rabbits out. And I'm also gonna try to create a new little gate. This one is the one that came with the garden plot when I first started, and yeah, yes, you could see something nicer would be nice. But now is actually time to deal with the fence. Alright, I got all the fence out. Now I gotta dig a trench for the new fence so it's buried so the rabbits can't go under so easily. Alright, day 2. Now it's time to actually install the new fence. So here's the work that I've done. I've dug a trench all the way around where the fence goes, and that'll allow me to bury part of the fence, which will hopefully keep the rabbits out. So here's what I got for the fence. I've got a 4-foot tall fence, and it's got 2-inch thick openings and by 4-inch. So that's not going to really keep out a rabbit at the bottom. So I also have 1/2-inch thick, and they call this hardware cloth. So it's 1/2-inch by 1/2-inch squares, which will definitely keep out rabbits, even the little bunnies. Alright, so now I've actually put down the posts where I want them. I've tried to evenly space them as much as I can. Let me show you where they are. Okay, so the opening to the garden used to be over there where I'm pointing. I'm moving it right here. That way, all my beds are lined up so I can get a wheelbarrow or whatever I want in down a straight chute. And then the plan is to actually add more raised beds on this side. And this will just make it a lot easier to figure out where to put those in the future. So, let's go. got this section in. So, I was planning on putting a fence post in the middle, but there is a probably 2 foot wide rock. Got this hardware cloth in, and I bent it at a 90-degree angle and made it go outwards. And this is going to be buried. It looks like I was able to get about maybe 5 or 6 inches down. And this will keep anything that burrows down to try to get under, it'll hit that, and hopefully that'll keep it from going inside. You know, it won't be perfect, but we're not going for perfection. We're just trying to keep most of the rabbits out. Alright, the second part of the fence is up. Not as deep as I would have liked there, but I'm going to try to pile dirt up against it. You can see the tall fence and then the little hardware cloth. It's going to keep all the creatures out, hopefully. And I do have more hardware cloth that if I have another burst of energy, I can put it around the other 2 sides. But this is a great start. Alright, so then next up, I gotta fill it in, and I'm gonna try to fill it in so that instead of using dirt that will grow weeds around the fence, I'm gonna try to use other materials like mulch and rocks. Alright, it's another beautiful day here at the garden, and today I'm installing a gate. So I made this gate over the weekend, and 99% of it is from an old pallet that I had sitting around. So the only thing that's not from the pallet is this 2x4, which was also just a piece of scrap 2x4 that I also had laying around. So, hey, free gate. So this part right here is the structure that's going to hold the gate. That's the actual gate. And the hope is with this nice triangle and all that structure that it's not going to sag. So I'm optimistic. I do have a degree in mechanical engineering, so I think this is pretty well designed. And I'll eat my words in a few years if it starts to sag. So let's go. show you what I was doing over there. So I hammered the fence post in at roughly 45, and then I screwed it in through one of the holes to anchor this front to back. And now I pried open that, let me see if I can do this with one hand. I pried open that one opening, and I'm gonna put another screw through. Alright, so that's it. Good and strong. It's not gonna go back and forth. Yeah, it's looking good. Still need to bury the bottom, and then I think that'll be really secure. Alright, I'm back at the garden. Put in some landscape fabric in the trench. Should have done this before, but my hope is that with this, some big rocks on top, and then a layer of mulch, rabbits won't get in, and more importantly, at this point, the weeds should hopefully stay here and not go over there. So, all those rocks. This is New England after all, we have a lot of rocks. Alright, the fence is done. Let's go check it out. So there it is. Mulch at the bottom. This gate swings open super easily, and when closed, has no gaps, and hopefully it holds up that way. Just moving on. I did put rocks at the bottom, mulch around it in the ditch. I think it's gonna work. And when I get some more energy, I'll do the other two sides. But my neighbors have pretty good fences, so I think it'll be fine. Pretty daffodils. Spring is in full bloom here. Alright, that's it for this video. If you like it, give it a good thumbs up and subscribe. And maybe we'll do more of these types of videos. I just decided to shoot this video because I already had to do the work in my garden, so showing you what I'm doing in my garden. Remember to download Planter, and yeah, see you next time.